How's it going, everybody? I don't know if anybody's here yet. Guess we'll wait and see if anybody comes up yet. Guess we'll wait and see if anybody comes up yet. Hey, Brody, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Got a little Neil here to start everybody off. Say hello to everybody. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is just doing my top 10 figures from this year, from 2023. So, yep, I did a poll, and it looks like everybody decided they wanted me to go live stream. So, uh, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're doing well. Hopefully, you had a wonderful Christmas and have an awesome New Year. We'll see. However, give it probably a couple more minutes, and then I'll start off with my top 10. Yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas. I just had my wisdom teeth pulled out during the week, so I'm recovering from that a little bit. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Dr. Dan in the running. I guess you'll find out, man. You'll find out. So I wanted everybody to not just see blank stuff, so I put Neil up here just for everybody. So I'll probably give it a couple more minutes and see if anybody else joins, and then I'll just go ahead and jump right into it. I might start with a couple honorable mentions, and then I'll go into the full on top 10. But how you doing, Matt? Having a good weekend and ready for the new year? I will say this: it's definitely a tight race right now for YouTube Entertainer of the Month. So it's gonna be interesting. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Brody. Yeah, I've been wanting to get one of those. I just haven't found one at a decent price. It looks like we got 6 people watching, so I guess I'll go ahead and start off with my honorable mentions. My first honorable mention is going to be Bride of Frankenstein. I really dig this figure. I thought she was really awesome. She turned out really great. There was just so many other figures that I was like, man, I want to. It was hard for me to choose, so that's why I had to give her an honorable mention. She's absolutely awesome. Hey, Mr. Dan, how you doing? Thanks for showing up, man. We just we're starting off with my honorable mentions, which was Bride of Frankenstein. She's my first honorable mention. Up next, my second honorable mention is going to be also from the Universal Monsters line. It is the Invisible Man himself. Absolutely love this figure. Again, it was really hard to choose between who was going to be in my top 10, but yeah, this guy had to have an honorable mention because he's absolutely cool. So really loved the detail on this guy, as well as the bride. So I had to go with this one. That's it for my honorable mentions, guys. Hey man, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. Wow, there's like several people on here. That's awesome. Thanks for showing up, everybody. Um, Again, starting off, I've already gone over a couple of my honorable mentions, and I'll show them off at the very end. But just to not keep up too many people's time, again, these are not specifically just NECA figures. They're just figures. Most of them are probably going to be NECA figures. But hey, Gareth, how's it going, man? Thanks for showing up. But there are some other there is like another figure that's not a NECA figure, which is actually my top 10. And this is more for nostalgia. I really loved this figure when it got released, and I really love the cereal. With that, it's the Blueberry. I got this one. This is a Jada Toys figure. It glows in the dark. I did do a review on this guy, and I don't know. It's really nostalgic for me. So I absolutely loved this figure when I picked it up and everything. So that's my number 10. Next up, number 9 is the great Dr. Chalice from Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Now, I'm not too big on these retro cloth figures. I really dig this one. Um, it's Tom Atkins. You can't go wrong, right? But yeah, I like that he comes with his alcohol and stuff like that. Really, really solid figure. I thought this one was pretty cool. Hopefully I can get my hands on a Night of the Creeps figure, but those are pretty expensive to find nowadays. So yeah, I was really happy with this one. It definitely had to make my top 10 for sure. Up next, let's see. Okay, so up next we have another Universal monster. We have the Phantom of the Opera. Love this figure. Love the sculpt. Lon Chaney just looks absolutely incredible. I've done a review for this one as well. Oh, let me also say most of the figures, all the figures that are in this are figures that I have reviewed. There's other 2023 figures that I do have, but I haven't reviewed them. So these are just the ones that I have reviewed. Let me point that out. But yeah, as you can see, Lon Chaney looks absolutely great in this. NECA did a great job on this one. So if you haven't seen my review for this one, definitely check it out. He absolutely turned out great, so that's why he made my top 10. If I don't run out of room here, try to get everybody in the in frame. Hey, Russell, man, thanks for showing up. Uh, we're at number. That was my number 7. That was my number 8 was the Phantom of the Opera. Number number 7 is good old Harry Warden, my Bloody Valentine. I was really surprised by this figure, and I have to give shout out to Mikey's Morgue for telling me to go watch this film as I picked up this figure, because I had not remembered liking it so much. So yeah, I was super impressed when I got this guy out of box and stuff and reviewed him. I love the way he turned out. So definitely was one of my top 10. So for this year, for sure, love the detail of the sculpt on this. Hey, Echo Man, how's it going? Thanks for coming by and checking out the stream. Thanks, man. I'm trying to kind of get everybody into frame so everybody can see everybody. So yeah, have to bear with me here a little bit. So my number 6 is going with a retro cloth, and I have to have her. By her, you probably know who it is already, Miss Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Well, actually, this is scary Christmas version of of Elvira. Absolutely love this one. There's the other two that have been released. The other one that released this year was the Red Frightened Boo. But from those two, actually from the three, I actually think this is my favorite one. I just love the sculpt on this. I love the suit that she comes in. I think and the accessories as well. Like I kind of NECA did a great job of using the same mold but making an excellent figure. So she's definitely had to be in my top 10 for sure. And of course, without her figure, we wouldn't have gotten little Neil here. So I'll put little Neil a little closer to her. You never know, Russell. You never know. But it's Tom Atkins. He can beat anything, right? So let's see. We're now in the top five. Anybody want to take a guess what my number five is? For sure, Echo. Yeah, NECA does some incredible work with their figures. It's no wonder why they suckered me into becoming a collector again. It's insane. So I don't like that Booberry's kind of chilling in the back, hiding out here. So I'm gonna put him up here with little Neil. They can chill out together. I think Harry wants to get a little snuggle up with Elvira a little bit, so I'm gonna put that there. Yeah, I mean, I had to have him in here because it was one of those that like I had to get him, Matt, for sure. So I'll go ahead and I'll go with my top. My number five pick is now I did mention this as one of my honorable mentions before with the Invisible Man. So with that, I had to bring in the Donatello as the Invisible Man. I was absolutely floored by this figure. Absolutely loved it. I was very surprised at how much I was gonna like it. So when I got it out of the box, I was like, man, this is a stellar figure. I was absolutely floored by this guy. I just love the design. I love the translucent, the way he looks. I mean, yeah, just all around, he was a great figure. I think NECA did a great job the way they matched this up together. The colors, everything, just that's why he cracked the top five for me. So yeah, for sure. If you haven't checked out my review for this guy, definitely check it out. Yeah, I absolutely love this figure. I'm gonna put him back there with Lon Chaney. Let's go check out the chat real quick. Yeah, Matt, he's definitely happy with Elvira. Who wouldn't be, right? That's a good guess. That's a good guess, man. Those are some good guesses there. All right, so I guess number four will have to be the. Some may know him as Grayback, and some know him as just the Elder Predator. This figure I've absolutely loved and wanted ever since NECA had announced it last year. I mean, just this sculpt and this coloring, everything. I just love this Predator. Ever since I saw him in Predator 2, I've always wanted a figure of this, and NECA just totally killed it with this one. Absolutely love it. This is definitely tops for my had to be in my top five for sure because it was hard between the next three that are coming up. This one was definitely tops for it, and every time I see it, I'm just like, man, I don't know, but yeah, there's some other ones. So this was a big one of my big favorites for this year until some other ones started coming out. So this is definitely a good one, guys. Check out the chat real quick. Yeah, Russell, the Elder Predator is absolutely nuts. Um, Absolutely love this figure so much. It's one like I said, it's one of the ones that I was waiting for impatiently to get and couldn't wait for it to come out. I kept checking and checking with NECA to see if like if they announced when it was going to be released. And once it finally was released, I was like, man, I had to have it and pick it up. Another one that was like that was one that I was impatiently waiting for is the original, or not the original, but my favorite vampire, Dracula, Bela Lugosi's Dracula. This figure is incredible. I absolutely love this figure. The likeness of Lugosi, NECA just killed it. And I do have the black and white version too. I don't think I'll ever open that one. I said to myself I'm only going to open the color variations and not open the black and white ones. So yeah, this one just NECA absolutely killed it. This was definitely one of those ones like the Elder Predator. I just had to. I just was impatiently waiting for the last 2 years. Yeah, last 2 years. It was two Halloweens ago when NECA like teased this one, and it finally came out this year. So super excited about this one. This was a great figure. Like I said, NECA really killed it with this one. All right, guys, we're down to the last two. It's crazy. I didn't think it was gonna go this quick, but it seems like it. Let's see. Yeah, Brody, this some of these figures are insane. Um, yeah, man, for sure. It's really spot on accurate. It's crazy how cool it is. I was definitely, like I said, when they teased it, I was impatiently waiting for it because it's one of those figures that I mean, it's Lugosi. You have to, he's a must. You know what I mean? So, the last two guys, anyone want to take any guesses? There's two more heavy hitters that from this past year that I've reviewed that I've said on my videos that are tops for my favorites. So, give y'all a couple seconds to see if we get any more guesses here. That's a good guess, man. Yeah, for sure, Mr. Dan had to have Dracula. I mean, especially Bela Lugosi. I mean, just the head sculpt there is just amazing. Let's see. I'll give a couple people a couple more minutes, and while I do that, I'll put my honorable mentions. Try to fit them into the frame here somewhere. The Invisible Man hiding in the background there. You got another guess from Mayan, Jason. Let's see where I can fit. I'll put her over here next to Mr. Tom Atkins. Hopefully, Frankie doesn't get too jealous here. She could stand. I hope she could stand. I don't want to have a video fail while I'm doing this live here. Tom, you're gonna have to move aside. I'm sorry. We're here with. Yeah, she's not gonna stand. She doesn't want to stand. So she doesn't want to be on camera apparently. Hey Rob, how's it going? Thanks for showing up, man. All right, guys. So we're down to our last two. All good guesses. I will say the top two. One of them is a Universal monster, but for my number two, and this was a very hard decision to make because both of these figures were just tops for me. Um, Number two, from the film Prey, it's the feral predator. I was absolutely floored when I saw this guy and getting him out of box. I was absolutely amazed at how incredibly awesome this guy turned out. He is absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, the sculpt is great, the coloring is great, and yeah, he had to be definitely my one of my definitely my top two of the year. I mean, this figure is just absolutely incredible. No man, she's not wearing heels. Uh, yeah, Farrell is my number two. Just a quick to go off of what Mayan said. Let me see if I can get this big guy to just hang out here somewhere because he is a giant compared to a lot of these other figures. So one thing I think I mentioned in my review. So for with the Bride of Frankenstein, what I didn't understand is she doesn't come with peg holes. So it's really hard to get her to stand. Like like ridiculously hard to get her to stand. I didn't understand why NECA did not give her any peg holes. So got her to stand there, so that's not too bad. But yeah, she was definitely an awesome one, an awesome addition. As is the feral predator. That's why he's my number two. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Man coming in with another guess. Yeah, man, the colors are great. Great on that figure. Another guess from Brody. Leo as a Gilman. Yeah, so all right, guys, we're down to my number one, and I will say, man, you got the honor of select getting it right. It is the creature from the Black Lagoon. Absolutely love this figure. The Gilman is just has always been my favorite Universal monster ever since I was a kid, and yeah, when NECA announced this guy, I was like, man, I just it was a no brainer. I had to have him, and then just getting him. I mean, NECA did a great job. I mean, I love the mouth articulation there. Just everything, man. Everything on this sculpt is just beautiful. I just I couldn't get over like how well this turned out. And again, I mean, you might say I'm biased because I love the creature from the Black Lagoon, but yeah, it's just I don't know. For me, this guy was just absolutely incredible. Really enjoyed this figure, guys. That's why he's my number one of the top 10. Let's see. Yeah, you guessed it, man. Yeah, close, Brody, man. I mean, it was the only things with the Leo as a creature. I had some issues with it, just some of the articulation and some of the hindering of the movement. But for the Gilman, I mean, he was just absolutely everything about him. I absolutely loved his articulation, his movement. Everything was just really fluid and smooth. Yeah, Matt, you definitely need to get it, man. It's definitely a really good one. It's like I said, it's my number one for the year, so I definitely would suggest getting it. Yeah, Mr. Dan, I also have the black and white one, but I'm not opening that one. If I was gonna, I made a promise to myself if I was gonna open any of them, it's gonna be the colored variations, and then and that's why this one's out and all the black and white figures. I basically have all the Universal monsters, the black and white figures as well, but they're all in box, and I just have them, you know. But yeah, that's my top 10, guys. Which is you comment below. Let me know which is your favorite from all of these. Which do you think? Do you think one should have been number one, or what? Which one do you think should have been number one? What's your top 10 out of these, or do you have any that I missed? Let me know. Yeah, man, the dog creature was also was I was thinking about that one as well. The only thing with that one that I kind of had some issues with is just the fact that it was I was trying to get the figure put together as the creature and it was a little bit of a pain. It wasn't working with me and I don't want to break anything, so that's kind of what lost points for me. It's definitely in my top 20 for sure if I did a top 20, but I figured doing a top 10 would definitely be a lot easier stuff. Yeah, Mr. Den, it is a really cool figure. That thing dog figure is really nice. I really dig it a lot. I especially like the puppy that comes with it. It's just a regular dog. I love that figure. I actually have that one now. I don't know if the camera will pick it up if I pan up, but I actually have it up there next to my San Diego Comic Con poster thing figure. So yeah, I left the puppy out just because I thought it was just a cool leave him out, and you know who it. I mean, you obviously you know what it's from, especially just looking at it. Thanks, Russell, man. Yeah, definitely. All these are definitely my tops for this year for sure. Yeah, Echo Elvira's great. I mean, like I said, they also released the other Elvira this year, the Red Frightened Boo, and but I don't know, man. This one was this one edged out that one for several reasons. The suit, the accessories, especially like Neil here. Yeah, it was definitely a no brainer for me. Thanks, man. Thanks very much again, and thanks everybody for showing up. I'm surprised like so many people showed up to to watching me do this. I wasn't thinking anybody was gonna show up. Maybe one or two people, I would have been happy with that. But I mean, that's cool that everybody showed up. I'm really, and again, guys, huge thank you to all of y'all for this year. Um, it's been a fun one, and I'm really glad to have met everybody, come across everybody, and just basically share my collection with everybody and share stories and stuff on live streams and everything. So I mean, if y'all aren't following each other, definitely check out each other's channels and follow each other for sure. Because everybody in this community has been really really cool this year. I mean, if y'all accepted me into the tribe, then you know all of y'all should be following each other. Happy New Year, Dan. Happy New Year, man. Matt, thanks for coming by, man. Happy New Year. Brody, little man, can't wait to see how your collection grows in the new year. Echo, Happy New Year, my dude. Thanks for stopping by. Tex, Russell, thanks for stopping by, man. Um, Happy New Year to you as well. Gareth, Rob, thanks for stopping by. Again, guys, y'all have been super cool this year, and I can't wait for next year to share more of my stuff with y'all as well as do some more live streams and stuff like that. Again, I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, I think I got everybody. I hope everybody has a great New Year, guys, and we'll see you later on. We'll see. I don't like geckos that won't fall. Oh man, don't be mean. But thanks again, guys, for showing up and for. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed my collection of 20 or my favorites of 2023. Like I said, there were some other ones I just. These were ones that I had reviewed, so I can only go based off of that. There were some other ones that came up, but yeah, I think from the lot, these are the ones that I absolutely love. So again, guys, have a good one. Have a safe evening. Take it easy, and we'll see you in the new year. Have a good one, guys.